would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down.
You ever hear a song so bad, you think, did I actually hear that? Or did my brain just have a stroke? The 1960s gave us some of the greatest music of all time. Motown, British Invasion, folk, psychedelic rock. But let's be honest, not every track was a masterpiece.
Put your hands on your head. Simple Simon says. Bring them down by your side.
In fact, some of them were downright disasters, and somehow, those disasters ended up on the radio. And not just once. Oh no, some topped the charts. Some played at school dances. And some still show up in nostalgic playlists like some kind of cursed audio relic.
Sway roses are red, my love.
So grab your lava lamp, adjust your rabbit ears, and prepare to cringe. Because we're digging up the top 10 most hated 1960 songs. And why they should probably stay buried. And hey, you might secretly love a few. Don't worry, we won't tell. First, Mr. Custer, Larry Verne, 1960.
Custer, I don't wanna go.
Let's kick this off with a song so baffling it sounds like satire. Spoiler, it wasn't. Mr. Custer, I don't wanna go.
Please, Mr. Custer, I don't wanna go.
Is about a guy whining to General Custer on the eve of battle, like literally crying and begging not to fight. Is it supposed to be funny, maybe? But it's mostly just cringe-worthy. Complete with goofy voices and a galloping rhythm that makes you feel like you're trapped in a bad school play. And yet, it hit #1 on Billboard. America, we need to talk. By today's standards, it's culturally tone-deaf and painfully corny. You don't know whether to laugh, wince, or fast forward. The only war this song should be in is the war against bad music. 2. Little Woman, Bobby Sherman, 1969. Bobby Sherman was a teen idol, sure, but this track aged like a warm glass of milk. Little Woman sounds like a guy writing love letters to someone fresh out of middle school. The lyrics are possessive, babyish, and straight up uncomfortable. He sings with passion, but it's the passion of a man who probably shouldn't be anywhere near a high school. And that line, "You made my life so bright," really, Bobby? She's 14. This song could use a restraining order. 3. Hey Paula, Paul and Paula, 1963.
Hey, Paula. No one else.
Remember those awkward prom slow dances? This song was the reason. 2 people monotone mumbling their wedding plans over soft background music. It's like a romantic duet between 2 people who just met on a blind date and agreed to settle. Hey Paul, I want to marry you. Hey Paula, I want to marry you too. That's not love, that's tax season. It's sweet, sure, but it's also flatter than an ironing board. It sounds less like love and more like a hostage situation with coordinated vocals. Drop your favorites in the comments. Hit that like button if this trip down memory lane made you feel young again. And be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the music, movies, and mayhem of decades past. Because the 60s weren't just a moment in time, they were a vibe. And thanks to these songs, the vibe lives on. 4. Beans in My Ears, the Serendipity Singers, 1964. The title already screams, "This will not end well." And it didn't.
Dieser Krieg in Vietnam angefangen. Und viele Leute haben gesagt, nein, mach das.
This quirky folk song was meant to be metaphorical, about people not listening. But kids took it literally, and what did they do? They shoved actual beans into their ears. Medical professionals were not amused. Emergency rooms saw a spike in bean extractions. Radio stations banned it. Parents fumed. Meanwhile, the Serendipity Singers just kept singing. Fun fact, this song may be the only hit responsible for actual physical injury. Music you can feel in your eardrum. 5. Patches, Dickie Lee, 1962.
Everybody calls Patches. Patches.
Let's bring the mood down, way down. Patches tells the story of forbidden teenage love.
Everybody calls patches, patches.
And in true melodramatic 60s fashion, the girl drowns herself because her boyfriend's dad didn't approve. Nothing says romance like teen suicide for dramatic effect. The tone is weirdly upbeat for the story it's telling, like, "Dickie, are you okay?" You start off thinking you're getting a cute love song. You end up needing therapy. It's one of those songs that try to be deep and accidentally became a PSA for therapy. 6. Bang Bang, My Baby Shot Me Down. Cher, 1966.
You would always win the fight, bang, bang.
Okay, Cher fans, breathe. We still love her, but we gotta talk about this one. It's slow, it's sad, it's soul-sucking. Bang Bang, he shot me down.
Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang, I hit the ground.
Like, wow, did your prom date ghost you or enlist in the mob? The lyrics are vague, but the vibe is crystal clear emotional devastation via acoustic guitar. You can picture Cher in a dark room with one candle, whisper singing like someone just read her diary out loud. Beautiful, maybe. Depressing, absolutely. This song is what rainy Tuesdays feel like. 7. Simon Says, 1910, Fruit Gum Company, 1967. You remember playing Simon Says as a kid, right? Harmless fun. Until someone made it into a song. Simon Says, put your hands on your head, and then it just keeps going.
Put your hands on your head. Simple Simon Says. Bring them down by your...
It's like a camp counselor snapped and turned their breakdown into a top 10 hit. The 1910 Fruit Gum Company, yes, that's their actual name, not a joke, made their entire career off songs that sound like they were written by hyperactive 6-year-olds on a sugar high. And it worked, which honestly might be the scariest part. 8. Roses Are Red, My Love, Bobby Vinton, 1962.
Sway roses are red, my love.
This one's for all the romantics who secretly love bad poetry. Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue.
Red, my love. Violets are blue.
Yep, we're turning greeting cards into musical arrangements now. The song tries so hard to be touching it crosses into full-on melodrama. There's a string section. There's dramatic pauses. There's Bobby whisper sobbing like he just got rejected at prom. It's not the worst song ever, but it's definitely the most extra. It's musical sap dripping from your car speakers. 9. Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor? On the Bedpost Overnight, Lonnie Donegan, 1961.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
Yes, that's the title, and yes, it's as annoying as it sounds. This novelty tune is one giant joke that somehow made the charts. It's got a fast tempo, British humor, and lyrics that make you wonder if you accidentally tuned into a radio show for toddlers. Catchy. Unfortunately, yes.
Chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight. If your mother says...
But once it's in your head, you'll consider pulling out your own fillings just to make it stop. Also, who's leaving gum on a bedpost? That's not music. That's a hygiene violation. 10. Judy in Disguise with Glasses. John Fred and his Playboy Band, 1967.
Be in the sky. Well, that's what you are.
And now, we finish with one of the most gloriously confusing hits of the decade. Originally meant to parody Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, this track just ends up being a bizarre acid trip featuring brass instruments, clunky metaphors, and lyrics that sound like they were written during a head injury. Judy in Disguise. That's what you are.
Judy in the sky. Well, that's what you are. A lemonade pie.
Wait, is this a breakup? A roast a fever dream? No one knows. But the horns are loud, the melody is confusing, and the vocals are enthusiastic. It's the musical version of someone trying to tell a joke they forgot halfway through. And there you have it. 10 musical moments from the 60s that made us scratch our heads, plug our ears, and wonder if someone slipped something into the water at the record labels. Were they all terrible? Not exactly. Some were silly, some were sad, some were so bad they were good. But they all made an impact, even if that impact was emotional whiplash. So tell us, which of these songs made you cringe the most? And which one do you secretly still love? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you survived the sonic roller coaster. And don't forget to subscribe for more trips down musical memory lane. Because nostalgia is great. Until it starts singing at you through a kazoo.